Okay, we are here at NAB 2025 with Chris Brockhurst.
Hello.
I'm Gerald Undone. I'm the host, I guess, whatever. Amaranth's putting this on. Look at this. Oh, that's right. We're in the Creator Lab, and we're going to talk about some creator
Stuff.
Yeah. Creator issues.
Oh, issues.
No, I don't think these are issues. But,
I have issues. We can go.
A team of highly skilled people put together some quality questions here.
ChatGPT.
I don't support the use of AI for creative endeavors, sir. And I'm going to randomly select some and ask you them.
Okay.
Chris has no pre-knowledge of these questions.
He does not.
Let's say you're sitting down at your computer to edit a video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your left hand, what's it resting on?
A toolbox.
A what?
A toolbox.
A toolbox?
Tour. T-O-U-R. Toolbox. So it's a tool. It's like like the Logitech Creative Suite things.
I don't like this answer
the
already.
Stream boxes.
Go ahead.
And It's a toolbox.
Okay.
It's not on the A key, the V key.
That's what I wanted you to say.
No.
I wanted to know what keys your fingers
It's on a very intuitive tool that is shortcutted to all the keyboard shortcuts I use, and it's easier.
You're probably one of those kids that had like the power glove for your Nintendo, weren't you?
No.
All right.
No.
Terrible answer. Next. What is the most bizarre place you filmed a video?
Most bizarre place?
Yeah.
I don't have any exciting answers. Honestly, it's pretty set up and staged normally. Bizarre
All right.
place.
Do we have any better guests that we can get on here?
Bring them in.
Have you ever lost footage?
Haven't lost footage. I got close. It was actually at a wedding.
Yeah.
So we were talking about this the other day. I lost power on one of my Sony cameras, and it didn't close the file off.
You were able to use like repair it or some crap like that to get it back?
Well, I put the card back in the camera, and it was like, nope, it's gone. And I think what had happened was the file structure just disappeared from the camera because I plugged it into the computer, and it was all good gravy. But that 3 hours until I got home, I was pretty scared.
I had almost the exact same thing. Battery died on a camera, and then and it was actually during the Linus Tech Tips studio tour.
Oh, yeah.
And we managed to then record the reaction to it while we tried to get it back. And eventually, it's the first time I've ever had to use one of those tools.
They do
those
work.
like, I would say sketchy sometimes tools where it's like for $39.95, we'll get your files back or whatever. And it did. Audio was out of sync, so I had to go in and like finesse it all the way across. But
it still works.
the tour exists because of that, you know?
Yeah.
What is the strangest DM you've received from a fan?
I wouldn't say anything strange, but I get a lot of those. Do you know you're missing out on $10,000 a month because you could monetize your audience more? Like I get like 10 of those a day.
Do you ever get negged by people that are trying to get your business, but they do it by negging you? As in like, hey, I love your channel. Your thumbnails suck. Have you ever considered it being better at thumbnails? And then like, I have a thumbnail thing or whatever. It's like, that's your approach?
I get those as email subjects. It's like, you could be doing this better.
You're leaving so much on the table. You suck.
Yes, and delete.
You were talking about this tour box or whatever, right?
Yep.
What's something other than that? Because I don't want to talk about that again. About your workflow. Could be shooting or editing. Because you have a peculiar way of doing things sometimes. That you think maybe is unique to you. And then follow-up question, do you think other people should be doing that? Or is that like, no, this specifically only works for me because of this weird thing I'm doing?
For short form, I have a pretty unique setup in terms of an overhead rig. Like it's completely over the top. But because I need such a turnkey setup, I basically have two, what are they called? The things that go to the ceiling and the floor, and then they use pressure to hold themselves in place.
Like those the shower rod things?
Auto pole. Very poles
Okay.
from impact. Basically, you put it on the ground, and then it would go all the way up to the ceiling. You can be about 3 meters high, and then it uses pressure to hold it in place. I have two of those.
That's what I was talking. You never seen those for the shower? You put it in the corner of the shower, you can put your
Yeah,
leg on
you
things
can get construction ones too. Yeah, this one costs 5 times the amount and is black. So, and then I have a crossbar, and then I have a camera that comes down. And the one thing I think most people should do that they don't is when they do top-down rigs, they always attach things to the table. So like if you shake the table, it's terrible. So the key with this is the table is separate to the actual overhead rig, so I can shake the table all I want, and it doesn't shake the actual angle.
I figured that a while back. It was like I had something set up like that, and then I put it on a C-stand and boomed it across.
So much easier.
So it wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you have it just boomed on a C-stand, as soon as you press record on the camera, you gotta wait 4 minutes for the camera to like settle. And you think you can settle it with your fingers, and you do, and as soon as you let go, it's going again. You know?
So I did that as well. And then the other problem is C-stands, I'm trying to get everything off the floor. I don't like floor footprint. So with an impact Varipole, it's like that. I'll do 2 of those. And
That's
so,
smart.
yeah, so that's unique to me. No one else has done anything like that from what I've seen.
I'll accept that as an answer. What is the weirdest brand collab idea you've been pitched?
I had some dating app offers recently, and I'm like, clearly you don't know I'm a dad with 2 kids and a happy
like
wife.
A full showcase or just an integration?
I think it was an integration, but hey, maybe it would have done well. Who knows?
You could just say that's how you met your wife.
Yeah, that's how I met my wife.
What would you say is the biggest myth that you hear about being a content creator?
That it's easy and fun all the time.
Yeah.
The reality is, most of the time, it's you on your own, sat at a computer coming up with ideas.
One
editing,
hand on a toolbox.
One hand on a toolbox. It is a lot of fun when you get to do things like this. We were here a couple of days earlier and we got to hang out and take photos in Zion National Park. Yeah, the biggest myth is that it's easy and you can just turn on a camera, edit it and upload it within an hour. The reality is so far from that, as you know.
I mean, you can do that.
You can, but like we can't do that in this niche. There's a bit more of a technical aspect involved.
Because that was a bit of a bummer answer, Chris, why don't you tell me to bring the level back up, something that you love about being a content creator?
Being able to do things like this, hang out with other people, hang out with other creatives. Being with other creatives is the most inspiring way I find to shoot. Like when I get home, I'll be so driven to make more videos. And
that's true. It's funny how you get those like waves where there's a momentum to creating videos, which is fun. It's like some people I know, as soon as you publish, there's like a bit of a high to it where you're like, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah.
And you almost, actually the best advice you could give is probably get in there and start making another one.
Yeah.
Then worrying about analytics and like reading comments and stuff. So like just get into the next one because you got that momentum. But sometimes when you lose the momentum, then you have this like inertia and it's really hard to like get it back. But something like sometimes an event like this can switch gears, and then you come home and you're like, okay, I got it going again, and then you want to ride that wave for as long as you can, right?
The momentum's so true, so true.
It's such a part that you don't factor in.
Yep.
You have what do they call that? Best laid plans. You'd be like, I'm gonna have a schedule and I'm gonna do this and that and the other, and then you forget about like. You're like, you're there during the scheduled hours, but you're just staring at the wall because you don't have the momentum, right? So you got to ride that.
Some of the best things I've ever made, some of the most fun videos I've made and best performing videos have been just spur of the moment ones that are just part of that momentum. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's film that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're the same.
Worst money you've spent for the channel?
In terms of like financially irresponsible or like?
Maybe you had good intentions, but then looking back, you were like, that was dumb money.
Swapping camera bands and like buying a bunch of lenses and then realizing that was a silly, like I swapped a Canon one time a couple of years ago and then sold everything, realized that was a mistake. When it comes to gear now, and I'm pretty like savvy with making smart decisions, which is a really boring answer, but like when you treat it as a business, you kind of have to be.
I think that's fair.
There is definitely some stuff like when I first started. Actually, sometimes I'll get on these, I'll get really into watching like EDC style like fidget spinners and toys and things. Okay. And if you start looking on Etsy at the handmade ones, which are really high quality, you can spend like $400 or $500 on like a fidget toy. I'm not going to say I haven't bought some of those, but that's irresponsible.
If you could get a lifetime sponsorship from any brand, what would it be?
Crocs.
Like the footwear?
Yes.
Yeah?
Like I've been wearing Crocs for years and I love them. If I could wear them right now, I probably could wear them right now. Crocs.
So you would just like find a way to
stick
that in every video?
Yeah, like it's...
By the way, this video is brought to you by...
Crocs.
Throw his foots up on the table.
Yeah. I would love a like custom Croc. I don't know what that would look like, but I would love a custom.
Well, don't they have those? I know very little about this, but don't they have those little like plugs?
Gibbets.
Is that what they're called?
Yes.
And you can like put your 15 pieces of flair on your foot or whatever. Yeah. That's a funny answer. I wasn't expecting that.
What would you like? Something you actually use, I guess.
That's a tough one. Mm-hmm. I really don't know. I want to say that I'd probably lean into something like maybe on the PC side of things, like because. There's also a thing about not turning your hobbies into business so much,
Loses the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I thought about maybe something like guitar related or like computer related or something.
But then how would it be a sponsorship if you've got no way to
that's
show
the thing. I guess it would have to be.
Yeah.
Your thing kind of makes sense because like everybody wears shoes.
Yeah. Is that the ad? Everybody wears shoes, wear Crocs.
Why not these ones? When you initially set out, you're like, this is how I'm going to do YouTube. This is how I'm going to make money. I've heard these. It goes, today, what's your most unexpected revenue stream? Whether it's unexpected because it's bigger than you thought, or just like, I did not expect I'd be making some money doing from this pipeline or whatever.
More recently, I would say Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
Just because it's gotten so big in like the last year and then in the last 6 months is even more. But prior to that would be affiliate marketing. And it's definitely, and I'm sure you can echo this, it's not what it was when we first started, but the fact that you can make 4%, 2% off of anything anybody buys on Amazon when they click on your link to buy a lens, like that for me blew my mind. Especially when you can go and see everything that's bought through those Amazon affiliate links, like the amount of money that you can make through that is pretty wild. And it's not costing the viewer anything. You're actually helping them by clicking the link.
I have found, though, that this is going to be my Debbie Downer moment, is that over the years, those companies have made it harder.
Yes.
Either by shortening cookie windows or
Yes.
doing other things. And that the same tricks, you have to increase your level now, like your workload now, to still get a number of affiliates where you go, wow, this is an impressive result for what I'm doing. You almost have to like earn it now.
Right.
Where before I felt like you could just passively fall into some serious affiliate revenue, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not what it was, but it's still very easy money for the amount of work that's involved now, right?
I often cite you going to the Instagram side of it, of the value in Reels, whether it's an add-on.
Yeah.
Sometimes a topic to me just doesn't feel like a full video
100%,
on the YouTube channel. So having another product, if you will, to have like inventory for or whatever, which is like, well, this would make a great Instagram reel or whatever.
And I do that all the time.
Is just money that you wouldn't have been making before.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. So like if my manager says to me, hey, we've got a YouTube video or an integration, I'm like, it doesn't really work for that, but would they be interested in a reel? Like the amount of times that ends up transpiring is a lot.
I know this is true for everybody, but for me, there's almost like a sanctity to the YouTube channel. I feel like that's my main show, and I want my episodes to be like quality episodes. But I'll post a reel of like whatever, you know, like I don't. And so the fact, like, I always thought that's not monetizable because like, have you seen my Instagram?
Yeah.
And then to learn that's like, oh no, it is. You know, I agree. That's sort of like an unexpected revenue stream.
You can treat it like disposable content, really. And you can also say like, hey, I'll post a reel for 2 weeks, and if you want to delete it or hide it, you can do that too, right?
That's smart.
So,
have you seen this yet, Mr. Brockhurst?
I have not seen this yet. What are we looking at?
This is a new iPad.
Oh, okay.
This is the Amaran Pano. This is the 60C version. Do you want to touch it? You can touch it.
Is it a built-in battery?
It is not. So set me up. See, there's a setup.
Oh.
So this is out now. You can order these if you go to amarancreators.com or whatever dealer you prefer.
What is special about this that would make me want it?
Well, when it's in your hands, what do you immediately think?
It's a light.
It's very. Oh, I was going to say it's light. It is a light, and it's a very light light.
It's a light, and
it's a quiet light.
Oh, it's quiet.
And even though it is those things, it's powerful.
Okay.
Have you ever used the P60C, like the bigger square one? Or literally just any other 60-watt panel on the market?
Yes.
It's brighter than that.
Oh, okay.
But smaller.
Okay.
And lighter.
Bicolor?
Full color.
Full color.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what the C stands for. Oh. And in Q3, they're going to make this little jobby. This is a big old battery.
Oh, okay.
Big old dirty battery.
So it's not light. It's not a light, but it's also not light.
That's right.
Oh.
And then this is the Ace lock.
Ah.
And this is a magnet. And it's also got some like pogo pins there or whatever.
This reminds me of that's the wrong way around, isn't it?
But see, you can tell right away because like the magnetic kind of like
I like magnets.
The force, you know. And as soon as you connect, the pins will provide electricity.
Let there be light.
Perfectly exposed. Pano.
All right.
And peak.
Pano peak.
This is the pano. This is the peak.
What does this cost? What does this cost?
Actually, these are crazy cheap.
Oh yeah.
That's the other thing I didn't mention. I normally spend like $200 on a panel. Sometimes like $300. You can get a 2-light kit of these for less than I paid for my. I forgot what they cost. Like $160. Something like
for
the
two?
No, for one.
For one.
And then it's like what? What does it cost? $265
Okay.
$320, and a 2-light kit's like 2 stands, 2 lights, 2 soft boxes, a bag. I don't know.
So what you're saying is it's the perfect content creator.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah.